Hey everybody, welcome back to Middle of the Res Road. Today we have Ashley and Joel here with us today. But before we get into that, I'm going to kick it over to Ricky, and he's going to give us our trivia question of the day.
I actually found this one while scrolling on Facebook. So, question is, how many bricks are in the Great Wall of China?
Holy, wait.
All of them?
All of them.
Can you tell us how long it is?
You.
Let me rephrase that. How long the Great Wall of China is?
So the Great Wall of China is 13,171 miles long. So don't say your answer or guesses yet. We'll save it till the end of the episode. So you have some events for us also.
I do. The Minnesota State Fair is still going on until September 5th. Are either of you guys going to head out to the State Fair at all?
Do you got tickets?
Probably get you some.
Are you going to pay my way?
Gas
I
is
was-
expensive, you know.
Yeah, I was down for a free ride with per diem.
Also, we have Pride Festival at Bayfront Park at 11 a.m. on September 3rd. A Pride Comedy Night at Fitgers at 7 p.m. on September 2nd. And the Pride Parade on Tower Avenue in Superior, Wisconsin, September 4th at noon.
A lot of Pride stuff going on in Duluth.
That's the time they do it. I don't know why they don't do it.
In June.
yeah.
June's Pride Month, right?
Yeah. Also, I have sad news. No powwows this weekend.
Man.
This coming weekend,
Yeah.
Big drum starting up.
September.
7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
So this is like the season where big drums actually start up around. So
Does
See.
Fond du Lac do a lot of big drums?
they will be having one.
September 11th.
Yes. Yeah.
11th
Right in
and
Sawyer there.
11th
They'll be
and
having
12th.
their dance.
At the Sawyer Center?
I am not sure where they're going to have it.
They're working on the venue. I know
Okay.
that. I went to the Big Drum Feast, and they're kind of just talking about different ideas, different platforms, where to host it. They're talking about having it in the field, and some of them were talking about having it in the Sawyer Center. So I think it's kind of just up in the air right now, but it's gonna happen.
I heard
So-
Fond du Lac's building a dance hall too, aren't they?
Yes, and we kind of heard something about that too. That was gonna take a couple years or something. I think they said 2 years. That'll be done 2023 or 2024.
Oh, okay.
I heard from one of the elders in Sawyer that they put a stop to it. Don't know why or yeah. So
I feel like that would be good for the community, though, to have something like that.
yeah. So I'm not sure how valid that is, but is what she was saying is that they put a stop to it. I think they were talking about like budget wise or that it was
okay.
too much or
That
something.
makes sense.
So
All right. So, Ashley, I know you a little bit. Joel, I don't. So, you guys want to tell us a little bit about yourselves?
I usually just do my introduction. Buju Zungiwaniash Indijna Kaz Makwan Ndude Monamani Zagaigan Ndunjaba. My spirit name means strong feather flying. From the Bear Clan. I hail from a great place called Lake Vermilion Indian Reservation by way of Boys Fort. I'm 43 years old. I have 3 children, 24, 15, and 13. 1 boy, 2 girls. I'm currently a member of the Laborers Union. I have 4 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the 3rd oldest of the 7. One of my older brothers recently passed away in March. My father passed away about 19 years ago. My mother is still alive, lives in Lake Vermilion. I'm more of a family, easygoing person today. I had addiction problems for the last 20 years of my life, and I'm just trying to overcome them now. I've just recently got over 3 years and 7 months clean on a 7th. And that's about all I got to say about that.
Nice.
Well, congratulations on your sobriety.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And he snagged himself an auntie.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's that Lisa Whitebird from the Bad River Reservation. She really helped me with running a solid relationship and showed me how to be honest with a significant other. You know, she just opened up new ideas in my head and new ways to live, and honesty is the best way to go.
Would you say she's part of the reason you wanted to get sober?
She's the reason I want to stay sober.
Oh, okay.
I just recently started talking to her in February of this year, and you know, like I've never taken my time with you know, like getting to know somebody and you know, learning more and more about somebody, and then
Just shack up right away.
yeah, exactly. Just, you know, like, let's see what's really going on. You know, like, we got to, you know, take the time, and she was new to that too. And, you know, we fought our best demons to just get to know one another, clean up our side of the street, because we both have a past, and be honest about that and talk openly about that, because that's, you know, that builds a foundation to build from, and it feels good, you know, like to not have to hide anything.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Breaking down barriers together, like it.
Yeah, she's coming up on 4 years in November.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations to her too.
Yes.
What about you, Ashley?
What? Nah.
What?
What?
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, since he had to do his Oceanob introduction, no. Buju Naganagabawikwe Indigenous cause. Wait. Buju Naganagabawikwe Indigu. Makwa Nindu Dame Bapash Kiminatigong Nindunjiba. And I was going to say how old I am, but what is it? Nisimidina Ashi Niswe? Babonig is? So, my name means woman who stands first, and I am from the Bear Clan. I'm from Fond du Lac, and I'm 33. I have 4 kids. My son's the oldest. He'll be 15 in November. I have a 13-year-old daughter, 7-year-old daughter, and my youngest is 2. What else? I just started college.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, so
Nice.
it was kind of like off the wall. Well, so I started this. I started my schooling back when I turned 18. So I've been working at this since 2007, and I'm going to be a counselor. I mean, I don't know. It's my passion to help people that struggle with, you know, drug addiction and alcohol dependency. So with like the recent events that happened on the reservation, I was less, you know, like, I don't know, that's where my heart is to try to help people, you know, to get through that, or to help them to find their path on, you know, the red road and stuff. So, I'm only taking 2 classes this semester, but I'm going to go for, my major is going to be my Associate of Arts and Human Services, and my minor is going to be the generals for American Indian Studies.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to get my chemical dependency certificate too. So,
Weren't you a counselor over at the local treatment center, MASH?
yeah.
Right?
So I was the women's spiritual advisor there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I started out as a technician on the female side, and then after that, then I moved to that position.
What college are you going to?
Fond du Lac.
Okay.
Yeah. So
went-
classes just started this week.
I
My
did a
first
semester
classes.
over there.
Yeah,
Place is beautiful.
yeah, I know. I love that. Love that school. All the staff, the faculty, like they're amazing.
Do you miss Smash?
Do I miss MASH? Absolutely.
I do every day.
Yep. MASH that's where you get another family. Everyone at Mishkawazin is family, so it was good to have their sobriety powwow and be able to see everybody that we used to work with. So
Yeah, we didn't. We were planning on going to that one, and then we missed it. And I heard that one was such a good powwow to go to too.
I heard it was a really good turnout.
yeah. So the past few years, like they have the sobriety runners coming from Red Lake and stuff, right? And every year that they've done it, like it's always like rained or like the powwow had to end early, so it didn't rain until I think that's Sunday. Yeah. So I don't know. That was pretty cool that the runners got to actually stay and visit and all that stuff. So it's was it like a 3-day run?
4-day run.
I did that before when I was in treatment. I got to start all the way up from Red Lake with them, and I was in treatment at the time at Oshkomonadoo, and they brought us every day to where they were starting, and it was pretty cool. Something, I don't know, amazing to be a part of.
So you're both from Fond du Lac then? Yeah. Oh wait, you said you were. Hold on.
He's adopted into it now.
I grew up on the Fond du Lac reservation. 2 of my children are from Fond du Lac. My oldest daughter is actually from Boys Fort, where I'm from.
Oh, okay. What's that casino called? Northern Lights? No, it's not Northern Lights.
Fortune Bay.
Fortune Bay.
Yeah.
I think I've been there one time.
Did you win?
No.
Right.
Put that.
Should have played bingo.
So how long did you grow up? How long did you stay in Lake Vermilion?
It's been back and forth between being a child. My mom and dad were divorced when I was 1 year old. So my mom chose to live in Duluth. My dad would live up on the range on the res. So it was just a transition, it was a lot of back and forth when me and my brothers would act up, I guess, and act out, not listen. We'd get sent back and forth, between my dad and my mom. So, we had my dad was a hard worker, like he was a union carpenter, and my mom was a wonderful housewife, like a wonderful mother, and I don't remember my mom and dad being together, but I remember my mom being with my stepdad, Tom Defoe, and he's from Fond du Lac. So I went to school. My third grade, I started out in Fond du Lac, and I got to know a lot of people, and I got to make friends and lifelong relationships with people that I grew up with out there. And it was a lot of back and forth, I guess, like sometimes. And then my dad wanted me to play basketball at a public school, growing up. So I went and played basketball at Tower for Tower Sedan, and that didn't really pan out. So I ended up back here, and with my mom, it was always a lot easier because she basically just let me develop my manly skills on my own. So, she wasn't the disciplinarian. She just kind of let me and my brother run wild. And not saying that's a bad thing, not saying that's a good thing, but it is what it is, And I learned a lot of lessons the hard way, like it wasn't always easy. I didn't come from money. I didn't have the nice clothes. I didn't have the nice stuff. I didn't have the new car. We didn't have the nicest place. We, like everything we had, it's like it was through hard work and I don't know. I'd say gifted. Like my mom was pretty good about putting food on the table, and that was the huge thing growing up, is just having food on the table and going to school and doing everything we had to do. You know, it's like I grew up, you know, on welfare when I was with my mom, and it wasn't a bad thing. You know, I mean, that's, you know, she had to do what she had to do. She had 5 kids living in the house, you know, and I don't know, like my dad paid child support, but I never saw it. My mom liked to play bingo.
I was gonna say it went in your, in
Yeah,
your tummy.
And that's, you know, that's how it was, you know, like we had food on the table and clothes on our backs, and we had a warm bed to sleep in, and it's like life really don't get any better than that. And that's the way I live today, you know, is, you know, as long as there's food on my table and my daughter's got a warm bed to sleep in, and my bills are paid, whatever bills I have. I lose track because they all just get direct deposited out of my check, so I don't even know what I'm paying for. My daughter calls and asks for the card number, and I give it to her, and next thing you know, it's this, why am I broke?
She's doing all the shopping on Amazon.
Oh, I believe so. I do believe so. You know, she just, I let her, you know, I mean, I didn't, like I said, I didn't come from money. So it's like, I try to, you know, like, put my work ethic into raising my daughter, and, the one that gets to live with me, you know, like, so she gets to see me go to work every day, and she gets to see me, go put all the hours in just to provide for her, to be a better provider, to be a better, just to be a better person, I guess, you know, like a constructive member of society, you know, is what it comes down to, you know, like in my, hours where I'm not doing that, it's like I try to go out and help people. You know, I got sponsees and stuff like that who I like to go visit. I go to meetings. I go to, you know, I do a lot of things in the community, you know, that I wasn't able to do when I was, you know, when I wasn't working. You know, I never put that effort into helping people. You know, as Ashley said it, helping people. I like that. Because that's what we do, you know, like we try to help people find solutions for their lives, you know, whether it's just talking or listening, you know, I mean, just being able to guide people to a better life or put better ideas into their head. That's what we do is creators, helpers.
A hope.
A hope.
God dang.
You gotta follow up that.
Yep.
Everything he said. No.
Oh, that was amazing to hear. Thank you for sharing that too.
Almost made my bottom lip quiver.
Ashley, did you grow up on the Fond du Lac your whole life?
I did.
On the Fond du
On the
Lac.
Fond du Lac?
Yeah, so I grew up right in the compound there. My childhood, let's see, I grew up around drinking. That was a part of my family dynamics. I remember parties, I remember beer cans, I remember fights. This one time I remember they came and raided our house for all our fireworks one year. So I remember that
Holy.
bunch of bag full of fireworks getting hauled out of the house and stuff. And I mean, I don't know. I guess it was good, but it wasn't, you know, like the life that I'm trying to give my kids now. I remember being at the babysitters a lot. And I mean, my mom worked. I remember her going to work, and I remember I used to cry and beg her to stay home like my kids do now. Like, get off my leg. No. No, I don't know. That's what I remember is a lot of partying, a lot of fights, and I don't know, like when I talked to my mom about it before, and she's like, you don't remember nothing good? And I'm like, no, and maybe that's just, you know, just something that you block out or something that's like very traumatic that you hold on to that part, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My mom has been with my stepdad since I was 1 year old, so he's been a part of my life since I was one. I didn't meet my dad until I was 15, and the first time that I met him, he was intoxicated. So I mean, that was another not so good memory. I mean, to this day, he still struggles with alcoholism, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's my dad, and I still talk to him, still tell him I love him, and I guess when he's ready, I told him that I could help him. Like, I've tried to get him into treatment and stuff before, but yeah. So I grew up around. It wasn't a very warm and cozy home like Joel's was. Mine was totally different. Yeah, because I don't know. I remember it was crazy because these guys that used to party with my mom and my stepdad used to always say, like, I'd be just snotty crying and and I'm like, well, and then I remember these people that used to come and they would take us, all of us kids in the compound, to church. We'd get in this van and we'd go to church, and then I got involved in that stuff, and I guess it was just a way just to get out of the compound or to get away from
Yep.
home and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know if you know, either Ashley and I live probably, 4 or 5 houses down from
Yep.
each other.
yeah.
And I remember that
Yep.
van come
Yep.
in to go to church. I'm like, I'll go. Everybody
Yeah.
else is going.
Yep. Yeah, so they come and pick up all these little, all these little Indian kids and be like, we'll feed you. I'm like, all right, I mean, now they tell you not to get in no vans at all, but we went when we were younger.
So, with that being said, how did you guys end up meeting each other? How'd you guys become besties?
I've known of Ashley, back when I used to use and stuff. I might even came across her a couple times, I think she might have been using or not, I ain't sure. But when I got sober, January, well, it was actually because I overdosed on heroin
That's
January
before that.
3rd of 2019. And before that, I was in the treatment center down in Rochester. I went to a treatment center down there. Then when I got out, then I think that's when I actually officially met Ashley. So it would be November 2018, like November 2018. And she just liked how res I was.
We know
Like, yep. I was just really resi.
part of it.
But it was awesome. It's awesome because she was actually, like part of the crew that was sober. Like when I got to go visit and stuff like that, she, she had a little more sobriety, and I liked how influential she was and how open she was about everything, and how she talked, how she lived her life, and and I met all these people, and I was like, man, I want what they have, and the little bit I took, towards end of 2018, and then 2019, probably about December, I started using again while I was in the Howard Freeze halfway house. January 3rd came around, and I ended up overdosing at the Howard Freeze. I got Narcan, and when I came to it, it was just like this big thing of shame just hit. It's like I wouldn't have been able to say bye to my daughters. I wouldn't have been able to say bye to my son. I wouldn't have been able to say bye to the recovery community, because I was already a member of the recovery community. And I was just making bad choices. I was going around people that were actively using and hanging out with them, thinking that I was going to offer them some kind of help, and that's not the truth. That's never the truth to, to go put yourself in danger at the expense of losing who I was as a person, So that all had to happen, and I've been clean since January 6th, 2019, And, you know, I had to do it again, had to go to jail, had to go to treatment, and I got out on March 18th, 2019. And, you know, like Ashley and John Diver, Chandel Friedman, you know, like they all welcomed me, you know, our recovery community welcomed me with open arms, and that was, you know, that was where I wanted to be, and that was where I needed to be, you know, because those were real friends. They wanted what's best for me,
Yep.
you know, not, you know, they weren't trying to bring me down. They weren't trying to get me high. No, they wanted just to know I was okay. You
That's
know,
awesome.
And that's what real friends do now. You know, it's like when I call someone, it's like I ask them if they're okay. Just like when I see Ashley, it's like I tell her I miss her, you know, because that's a real friend. It's like I'm not asking anything from her, just that she's okay. You okay? Do you need anything? You know, and you know, like soon as she got in the car, when I went and picked her up, that was the first thing I asked her. You know, and that's just how, you know, like that's how we bonded as friends. You know, is just making sure we're mentally okay. Do you need to let anything out on me? Do you need it? You know.
Yeah, just to be there for
Yep.
for each other.
Yeah, and to be able to talk with somebody and not be judged about anything you put out there. That's, you know, like you can't buy that kind of friendship. You know, that kind of friendship that's that forever kind. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're forever?
I hope so.
I do have a question though. Was Sober Squad around
I was thinking.
during like that time, like 2018?
That's when Colin Cash, and Gary, Randall, Sam, and all them guys like first started out. So that's when like Natives Against Heroin was going, and Sober Squad, and then after that we started out with, what was it, HOA, helping others with addictions and healing.
Oh, I like that acronym.
Oh,
Oh, there's a price on that. No.
that's gonna cost you.
Yeah.